Scott Pienta out here at Reading High School. We have got the prep rally going on as the Reading Rangers get ready to go back to state championships in Ford Field. So we're going to be out here covering the coverage live. So we want you to enjoy. Then right after this, we're going to be coming up with HTV1 News. So enjoy the prep rally. You'll hear me throughout the conversation and enjoy what's getting ready to happen. As the kids get ready to come into the stadium, they're led by the marching band as they come down the field or come down through the school. Now, they did this last year, and it was quite an exciting time. The kids really get into it, and they're starting to load as the band comes through the school. They each classroom gets dismissed as they come by, and they follow the band right on into the gymnasium. As you can see, this is a real exciting time for them as the second time that Reading Rangers get ready to go back-to-back into Ford Field. As you know, the Reading Rangers just won their last game 62-18 as we were covering that up in Harper Creek. Touchdowns led by Elijah Strine, not to be followed by Hunter Midgard. The Reading Rangers will be playing against the Beal City at Ford Field at 10 a.m. on Friday on Fox Detroit Sports Plus. You can also catch it if you have the MHSAA signed up through us on our affiliate page. You can also watch the games live, streamed on the MHSAA.tv if you do not have Fox Detroit and or Fox Detroit Sports Plus. There's the famous shark chop as the was started last year as Coach Rick Bailey had told his team they needed to swarm to the ball like a bunch of sharks. There's the Ranger fight song. If you're
You know, we always like to say that every day is a great day to be a Ranger. Today is one awesome day to be a Ranger. And Friday is going to be an even better day to be a Ranger. So let's be loud and proud. Let's give our victory battle cry. Stand up. Here we go.
The cheerleaders are warming up the crowd, trying to get ready for bringing in the football team here soon. If you remember last season, the Rangers went to Ford Field on a 14-0 unbeaten streak, defeating Breckenridge in the Ford Field first game of the championships. This year they'll be facing Beal City. Beal City has had a couple losses, and the Rangers have only lost one game. They sit 12-1 for the season. Now, they've had a couple close games when it has come down to it in divisional playoffs and regional playoffs. But when it came to the quarterfinals, semifinals, the Reading Rangers showed no mercy when they played Fowler Eagles. And there you see it. They just hog-tied the Beal City and drug them off the field.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here today. We hope to see all of you guys at Ford Field Friday morning. I'm going to introduce your 2019 Reading Ranger varsity football team. Number 1, Ted Goodwin. Number 1, Brendan Stokes. Number 2, Tyler Hamill. Number 2, Cole Webster. Number 3, Dawson Santour. Number 4, Roger Hill. Number 5, Gabe Wright. Number 7, Kyle Templeton. Number 8, Dylan Dennison. Number 8, Newton Green. Number 9, Hunter Wentz. Number 10, Dakota Guys. Number 11, Porter Buck. Number 11, Colton Essence. Number 12, David Bignell. Number 15, Matt Sandy. Number 22, Hunter Midgard. Number 23, Brandon Sembler. Number 30, Elijah Stride. Number 32, Brogan Weiler. Number 33, Matthew Stewart. Number 44, Ben Affolter. Number 50, Andrew Rose. Number 50, Sam Stride. Number 51, Logan Small. Number 52, Joey Campbell. Number 54, Jake Elder. Number 55, Nick Affolter. Number 56, Josh Johnson. Number 60, Blake Carroll. Number 62, Dominic Pitts. Number 63, Gary Schmidt. Number 65, Dominic Dunn. Number 66, Zach Affolter. Number 68, Connor Mose. Number 70, Jake London. Number 72, Isaac Reynolds. Number 76, Dalton Test. Number 76, Ethan Westfall. Number 77, Jaden Rockins. Number 80, Colton Weiler. Number 81, Andrew Lemon. And number 88, Jason Scola. Hey, real quick, we're gonna show just a real quick highlight video. It's one song, all right? So what I want to say is, this is awesome. These guys love this. They love winning, all right? They love each other, but more important, they just love playing the game of football, all right? And so when you listen to this song, all right, it's them. It's them showing their love of the game of football. So I hope you enjoy it. Let's come on out here. Hey, to be concluded, Friday morning, show up and have a great time, go Rangers! Coach Bailey.
Hey, good morning. It's me, Victor the Predictor. First of all, thank you, Reynolds Elementary School, for coming over and joining us in our big party today. For the younger crowd here, there's a couple of things. I'm going to put the band on the spot here again, Mr. Schaller. We need the Jaws thing one more time because this is full audience participation when our band does this. All right, so we're going to practice it one more time here. All right? All right, good. If you recall, because I do, last week, Victor the Predictor made some predictions. We came pretty darn close. All right? We had Ben Affolter scoring a touchdown. He did it. We had Porter Mock scoring a touchdown. 66-yard quarterback sneak. He did it. I missed a little on the interceptions because back when we played Lenawee Christian, I said 4, we didn't get them. And so we owed a couple. All right? We got 2. And had I not had to carry 2 over from the week before, we would have got that. So we'll have to make that up Friday morning. So we'll get there in a second. And I said Elijah Strang for another 2 touchdowns, but he wasn't satisfied with 2. He got 3 again. so I don't know. I've been thinking about this all week. What's coming to mind? I don't know. It's a little bit cloudy. Anticipation of the turkey or something tomorrow. I don't know. But we'll give it our best shot. Roger Hill, how you feeling? Because you're going to get one. Dustin Santour, you're going to get one. We're going to be doing the steamboat every time Elijah Strine runs it in, which is going to be 3. Whoa! That's 5 touchdowns right there. So I'm thinking we got to score 30-some points. You know what? Somebody on our defense is going to get a touchdown too, because we're going to score at least 6 touchdowns. My other prediction is at the end of the game, all right, I won't have to wear 2018 state championship shirt anymore, because we're going to be buying some new ones to say 2019 state championship. We're going to be champions of baby! Okay. As I said last week, I am a little superstitious, so we're going to do that again. So we're going to get Nick out here and all the football, but I want all of you to come down here and join us, because they haven't seen it, so we're going to show them. Okay, so Friday morning, after the band has played the national anthem and slayed it again, all right, you're going to see Nick and our football team down in the corner, and they're going to approach our bench. This is full audience participation, so all of you, when you're standing up in the stands, because we're going to have a sea of red, get your parents to stand up, get your family members to stand up and join us when we do this, all right, so that all of Beal City knows that we came to play. And then all of you guys, you'll be able to join us too, because this is what's going to happen, all right? Student section, once we're done here, that's going to be our exit, okay? Is that true? We're going to let the elementary go first. Student section don't leave, because we got to let them go first. All right. Are we ready? Here we go, Nick!
All right, this is the first time we're going to do it once, and then you're going to copy us, all right? We need to feel like... All right, that's how it's going to go. I'm going to say one thing, and you're going to all scream as loud as you can, ready? And we need to feel like... Louder. And we need to feel like...
Okay, guys, get back up to the bleachers, please. We're going to let the grade schools go off the buses, so please go back to the bleachers.
So that's going to wrap up the prep rally. We're just going to kind of give out some numbers and kind of talk about this game a little bit, as this game is going to be a one that Reading Rangers want to take themselves, as you heard Coach Bailey making his predictions, as they're expected to get 6 touchdowns on Beal City. You know, we take a look at the matchup, and I tell you what a team that they've had this year. They have outscored their team on every point. The Reading Rangers scored a 503 points. Their opposing team 78 points. If you take a look at the leading rushers for the Reading Rangers, year to date, Hunter McGard leads the team at 1,220 yards, averaging 9.4. He has had 15 touchdowns. Right behind him is no new name either. Roger Hill at 740 yards, averaging 8 yards a carry. And then the big boat, the steamboat, Elijah Strine coming in right behind him, 689 yards on the season. 110 attempts, 6.3 yards, but leads the team with 19 touchdowns on the season. And then we both have David Bignell with 261 and Matt Santee with 244 yards. But we're talking about getting the ball in the air as well. Well, we're going to talk about Peter Mock. Peter Mock has had 79 attempts, 49 of them completing for 878 yards, 8 touchdowns, and only thrown 3 interceptions this season. You know, it's been a great year for the Reading Rangers. They've done a great job offensively, defensively. We take a look at that defensive lineup led by the 2 big guys out there, the Affolter twins, Nick and Ben, coming in at a combined total. Are you ready for this? 213 total tackles on the season. That is just incredible, put up by 2 young men. And, you know, I was talking to their coach and Rick Bailey. These 2 young men are doing such a great job, as well as they're very humble. They've got great GPAs. They're just a couple of great players, and look forward to going down every single time and doing everything they can for the play. When we come back, we're going to do the news right here from Reading High School. We want to thank you for watching this special presentation of the Reading Ranger High School Prep Assembly for the 2019 Reading Ranger football team getting ready to go back to Ford Field. That will be played once again on Friday, the day after Turkey Day. So if you want to show up, I believe the tickets are $15 at Ford Field. Parking is $6. You got to get there early because this last year the stands were packed with over 5,000 Rangers coming out to watch that game, the largest that the MHSAA has ever had for a championship playoff for one team. We want to do it again and more. We want to see you out there Friday. I'll be there with my team, and we look to see you out there in another Reading victory for 2019. Scott Pienta saying happy Thanksgiving from Reading High School. The Reading News, or the HTV1 News, is next.